little longer than I thought it would to finish Final Fantasy IV, so in the meantime, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy III again. So I very briefly touched upon the jobs in Final Fantasy III, but I wanted to talk about them all in a little bit more depth. Originally, I wanted to rank them based on usefulness in the meta in the game. However, I quickly realized I didn't have enough experience using all 23 jobs to make it a fair assessment on how good each one was. Not to mention how the usefulness of each class changes depending on what point in the game you're at. So, I decided to scrap that idea and instead rate them based on the actual designs. Fair warning, this is all my opinion, and you might think I am being nitpicky because I am. This is just 100% me judging them for their fashion. And you might not agree with me, and that's okay. Please let me know if you don't. I would love to hear your thoughts. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 23, we have the Scholar. I don't want to say that any of the designs in this game are bad, because they're not. But the Scholar is the worst one for me. I find it to be rather drab, and I don't really understand why they gave all the characters glasses. Like, we get it, they're nerds. They don't need the specs. The only two redeeming qualities would be Rafia's pigtails and the fact that Ingus and Ark are keeping their mementos, Ingus's pendant and Ark's scarf respectively. 22, we have the Magus. The hats are really cool for this design, and I love how they incorporate each character's little symbol onto the hats, but Rafia just knocks this one out of the running for me single-handedly. Normally she brings the collective score up by 10 points, but I just despise the neckline on her outfit in this one, and it sinks the whole group. 21, we got the Evoker. No individual really bothers me for this one, but I just don't really like this design. I think the shade of green and gold clash with the characters, especially Luna's purple, and I just overall don't really like it, and I don't like the hats either. That brings us right up into number 20, which is the Black Mage. The Black Mage design is similar to that of the classic Black Mage from original Final Fantasy. The design is simple, and it again highlights those character symbols, but it's pretty basic overall, and I'm pretty indifferent towards it. At number 19, we have the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight armor is cool, but compared to some of the other armored job designs in this game, it just doesn't hold water. I also don't really like the way they did the hair for all four characters, because Ark and Ingus both don't have long hair, so it makes no sense for it to come out into a ponytail like that, and I don't like that. At number 18, we have the Thief. This one gets rated a little higher because I think the outfit is really cute on all of them, but one of my favorite things about the Final Fantasy III designs is how they incorporated similarities on the character's original outfit to make the design unique to them. And outside of Ingus wearing his pendant, this outfit is standard across the board. So, 18th place for you. At 17, we have the Ranger. Same deal as the Thief. I like the outfit, I adore the hats, but they all look the same outside of the necklines. 16, we have the Monk. Rafia's headbands and boots, plus Ark's hairstyle and leg warmers single-handedly catapult this bad boy above the Ranger and Thief. 15, we have the Dragoon. I think while the Dragoon certainly isn't the best armored design, it certainly is really good. I'm very, very much a fan of the busy job designs that Final Fantasy characters have. See you, Lulu, with your million belts. So I really like the design for the Dragoon, especially the lower half with like the 2 belts and the breeches and the half skirt thingy. It looks really cool. 10 out of 10. At number 14, we have the Onion Knight. Okay, I genuinely hated the Onion Knight design in the actual game. It was ranked the lowest until I saw the actual artwork for it, because it's just so ugly on Luna's sprite. It's disgusting. Now I can say that I tentatively like it. It's a callback for the original Final Fantasy III, and I like the color schemes. So yeah, it's there, but you're on thin ice, Onion Knight design. Coming in at 13, we have the Black Belt. Like the Monk design, the Black Belt is simple and sleek, but it falls really high because I have such a soft spot for it. It reminds me of Star Wars, and I absolutely adore their gloves. I love it when characters wear gloves. It just makes me happy. Coming in at number 12, we have the Bard. So, the Bard's a bit odd because it's very similar to the Ranger and Thief in that the outfit is standard across the board. However, I really love the color scheme and adornments of the outfit. I think it works really well with all the characters, and it's a shame that I despise the Bard class, because otherwise I would have used it. At number 11, we have the Viking. The Viking design is really cool. I love the fur on the neck and the ankles, and I love the way they incorporate the engravings on the belt. I honestly didn't even notice that they had put those symbols onto the characters until my sister pointed it out to me. The only reason it didn't fall into the top 10 was just because I love all the rest of these designs a little bit more. So at number 10, we have the Geomancer. This is an incredible bias, but when I was a kid, I always loved looking at the Geomancer in the little DS guidebook. I always thought they looked so warm and cozy, so the Geomancer hits top 10. At number 9, we have the Summoner. So much like for the Evoker, I actually don't really like the green and gold. However, like Rafia managed to knock the entire Magus design down, she also managed to bring the Summoner one up. I adore the skirt, the earrings, the choker. She's absolutely adorable and I love her, and I like the hat a lot better when it's positioned in the front, so it gets to be at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have the Warrior. I actually surprised myself when I put the Warrior design this high, but I find there's something very charming about it. The fact that the armor is on top of their freelancer outfits and the belt buckles and such are the same really gives it the vibe of baby's first set of armor, and I really like that, especially when you first unlock the class is at the beginning of the game, so you literally are a baby adventurer. At number 7, we have the White Mage. I love the White Mage designs for all 4 of them. I love the accessories and even how they took the time to just have the robes cut differently on the bottom to make each one unique. Again, I'm also partial to Ingus's pendant making its appearance, so literally if that happens, automatically it gets more points for me. So yeah, White Mage design is very nice. Number 6, we have the Sage. Much like the Geomancer, this one is just pure bias and nostalgia. I always thought sages were so cool because they could do black magic and white magic, and this game was no exception. So yeah, I love them, I love their hats, I love the color scheme, and they get to be number 6. Number 5, we have the Red Mage. 5 words for you. The hats and the handkerchiefs. Enough said. Number 4, the Devout. This design is the cutest in the whole game. I love the hoods on their sweaters, and I love their little boots, and I need Hood Up Ingus in my life. That needs to be a thing. I haven't looked for it, but if somebody has drawn fan art of that, I need it in my life. I need to go find it. At number 3, we have the Ninja. I wasn't familiar with the Ninja class until my most recent playthrough of Final Fantasy 3, which some of you might remember if you watched that video, because I had Ingus as that class. But looking at the art now, all 4 of them literally just rock this outfit. I really like how they gave Lunith his ponytail in this one, but designed Ark and Ingus in a way that compensates for their short hair and doesn't have it sticking out of their armor in a ponytail for no reason when they don't have that much hair. And also, Rafia. Literally half this video is just going to be me being like, Rafia though. She's so beautiful. Look at her. Coming in at number 2, we got the Freelancer. I really like the Freelancer class because it shows the basis of what each character is supposed to look like. That's why I showed it at the start of this video. Their designs are all unique and they're what inspired the job class designs, so I felt that it just deserved to be in the top 3, if not number 1. And finally, that brings us to the number 1 spot, the Knight. Remember how I said I like busy job designs? This one takes the cake. I honestly feel like every time I look at it, I spot something new about it that I like. I love the shields on their shoulder, and again, Ingus and Ark's respective pendant and scarf. I also really like the fuzzy mohawk, the top part, that's the same color as their hair, because it has me wondering, is that their hair? How did it get up there? I don't know, and I probably never will, but it's cool. So yeah, those are the 23 job designs in the Final Fantasy 3 DS Remaster ranked. Let me know what your favorite